is the Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
How good is that? It is Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie. Welcome to the podcast.
Sorry, I'm just getting ready
It's just an introduction to the podcast. What are you doing?
I'm just getting ready for Up Tom-edy, which is Tom's comedy show.
This was a stitch-up that you did to me.
Well, I found out.
Classic
Stitch-up. Classic Australian stitch-up.
You sit on your couch at home, Tom, after a couple of tequilas and just write one-liners.
So, yeah, well, I
which is
told you
not
that in
good.
confidence.
Yeah, but
Because
these
you've
were
got
going
kids in that as well.
Yeah,
they haven't been fed for days.
and they're drinking the tequila. Tommy, the fact that you have this pile of gold, you're sitting on a pile of comedy gold,
Pile of what?
and no one has heard any of this raw material that you've written down.
So these are all yours, or have you
these
stolen
are all,
them?
No, these are all mine.
Got a
Can you
warm-up?
give us one? Yeah, give us one, you mad dog.
Okay. What about an adult movie called Shatatouille? So Disney classic
But what is it?
instead of Ratatouille.
Shatatouille.
So that's like
It's like
adult.
an adult
movie.
filth, like a snuff film out of Germany.
It's essentially Punday Monday brought
Yeah,
back
yeah,
from the
little
dead.
Gosh, I'm not eating that. I'm not eating that food in Ratatouille.
Okay, so-
Health inspector.
So you're just the guy that does scat gear.
So no more than
Right.
that. What about a psychologist's Christmas party?
Yeah.
And they all get together, and it's called the Therapist because they're all.
That's good.
I love stand-up comedy.
So more of that on the podcast.
Gosh.
This is the Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
One man who's got plenty of cash is a man by the name of Clive Palmer. Now, we're not that far away from an election, and we've been waiting to see if Clive was going to be back and actually running again in the election. $120 million he paid for the last time.
God.
And only got one seat, so we had to say goodbye to Clive.
Goodbye.
But he's back. He's back again to spend hundreds of millions of dollars. And you know what? Successful in mining, Clive, but stay in your line, mate. Stick to mining. I don't think this is your deal.
I mean, over the time, we have seen the golf course with the dinosaurs. We have seen the plans to create Titanic 2.
Yeah.
I didn't know this, and I found out over the holidays, Ryan James. Clive Palmer has the largest car collection on Earth.
No, how many?
There's over 280 cars.
What?
And he's looking to buy somewhere to put them so it's a public display. He's got a car that Hitler went through Germany with. He's got a Rolls Royce that Diana had or the Queen had. He's got about 14 Bugattis.
Clive.
He has a huge collection of cars.
Well, he's got a huge headache now because he's got a new party going into the federal election, and they are called the Trumpet of Patriots Party.
Why would you put Trump in there?
And he had a press conference yesterday. This was the this was the theme song that he walked out to for the Trumpet of Patriots.
No, he didn't.
Oh my gosh! Now
Why didn't they call it the Lazy Bugle?
it's hard to say. If you're going to have a new name, you've got to get it right, Clive.
Trumpet of Patriots will put Australians first and make Australia great again.
Gay again.
And do you know what? Throughout the whole thing, I think they've only just come up with a name because he did struggle to pronounce it later as well.
When our people get into the voting box, when people decide who they want to vote for, do they want to vote for the Greens? I can't see that. Do they want to vote for the Teals? Well, they shouldn't, right? But do they want to vote for the Trumpet of Patriots? Of course they do.
All right, so Clive, what are your major policies?
Our policy is to recognise that there are two genders, a male and a female.
He's done it again.
And we know, obviously called the Trumpet of Patriots, so he is a Donald Trump love child. And of course you're going to target immigration.
Mm-hmm.
We have some beautiful people in this country. We are a multicultural country,
What?
but company. I was about to say company.
Yeah, country is what you were trying to say.
But the thing is that he thinks that the immigration, they've done some. Well, the immigration here brings some bad things to Australia. Have a listen to this.
Too much immigration destroys our infrastructure, roads, schools and hospitals.
Oh, he's done it again.
Don't
Make Australia
know how
gay
too
again.
much immigration is destroying the roads.
Mate, I believe that's why the trains haven't been running.
So this is the thing. The weird thing is, right, that he's not running. He's too old. He said, I'm too old to run.
So who is it? Who's in charge?
So they've taken out a full-page paper in the Daily Telegraph today, and there is a woman by the name of Sue Ellen Wrightson. And in the paper it says the trumpet of patriots and the next Prime Minister.
Awesome.
Her name is Sue Ellen Wrightson. So then Sue Ellen gets up and doubles down on the gender debate, and this is this was her major thing that she said when she got up.
We need common sense solutions, and we need to focus on what really matters to the Australian people. Men should not be in women's sports, especially boxing.
Done it again. You've done it. Can she say trumpet of patriots?
Oh my gosh. Is it a parody? I don't know.
Well done, Clive. You're great on the bugle. I really love it.
This is the Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Fitz, we were in Adelaide for Live Golf last week, which was great. Good team trip. Everyone behaved. On the flight back to Sydney, I was lucky enough to be sitting next to Thomas Bryan Ivey.
I don't think he had the luck in his corner.
Yeah, there were a few bumps in the air with a nervous flyer. That's always...
And it was delayed too, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's delayed by an hour.
Tom,
because of the weather. So
that's an hour more of red wine.
Well, Tom's care for me is extraordinary. Like a brother, he looks after me. And when the hostess came around and said, would you like a wine at all? I said, yeah, I'll have 2 of those reds. Tommy will have 2 whites. And we sat down, Fitz. We were there as the plane shook. And we were bonding, man. We were sharing special times. It was at that moment, Tommy turned to me and said, you up for a funny? Oh. Sorry, mate?
What, Friday? Was it a Friday funny?
It was a Friday funny.
If you're going where I think you're going, that's a dog act.
That's low. Do we need the legal team outside the door again?
He opens his phone.
Oh.
He says, here's a little something I've been working on.
What is it?
So right now it's time for...
All right, settle down. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Stand Up Tom-edy.
Welcome
Are you
to
serious?
Stand Up Tom-edy.
What?
Now, Tommy, Fitz, to paint a picture, we know on a Friday and a Saturday night, Tommy will sit on the couch having a tequila and he's been writing jokes to himself.
No, he'll put them up on his Insta story.
Yeah, I do
mate.
say
They're funny.
No,
No.
but then no.
He's got a back catalogue of around 100 one-liners,
No,
which he described to me as knockout jokes.
This is a stitch up. Because
Welcome to Stand Up Tom-edy.
Even if you were to get a comedian in here and ask them to tell jokes, it's never funny.
No.
And to do that to me on a seemingly quiet Thursday is...
All right, Tommy.
That's great, Tom-edy.
All right, open your notes. What do you got on your phone? You've written a couple of things.
Oh, no.
That's so unfair.
No, it's not, mate. Welcome to the show.
Are these fit for air?
Yeah, well,
Some of them.
yes.
All right. It's weird doing it without the wine, I know, Tom.
And at 8:52 in the morning.
What do you got,
Yeah, and
mate?
some bloke just hanging on to his seat next to you going,
What do you got, Tom? The crowd's waiting.
You know when you go to the Opera House to watch the ballet? Well, I think the parking area there should be called ballet parking. It's not bad.
That's great, Tom-edy.
Okay. I mean, the crowd's wanting more.
if you've opened with that, we're in a fair bit of trouble.
Oh, ballet parking. That's really good, Tom. That's really good. What else
I
you got?
went to the physio the other day. Have you met my physio? He's so manipulative.
Oh!
Because they see Ash is laughing. Ash,
at Ash.
put your mic on if you are laughing.
yeah.
No, I'm enjoying it. I think you're doing really well.
Ash has got a funny story in the news, obviously.
Okay. Oh, no, this is Ash's loving stand-up Tom-edy. What else have you got?
I don't.
Come on.
Oh, no.
And these are more interesting concepts as well.
Could you put these into memes?
You could.
Yeah,
This is good meme. Yeah, they're more concepts.
What else you got?
When you see someone and when they're going out for a ciggy or a vape, instead of saying they're having a smoker, you go, oh, look, he's on a lung lunch. See, that's good. Lung lunch. So,
Champagne Tom-edy.
awesome.
Do you
stings.
run these past Stinger as well
I
at home?
did,
Yeah,
I did.
and you wait for reactions?
Yeah, and none of them have worked.
What else you got on the list, mate?
This one is more for the kids. You know Gru from the Minions
Yeah,
movie,
Despicable Me. Yep.
Why is Gru so special? And then you say why?
Why?
Because he's one in a minion. That's good. See, that's not bad. Ash didn't like that.
The fake laugh doesn't help. Doesn't
Do you wanna
help.
go
It
out
is
with one
cute.
more, mate?
Yeah, guys love being called cute.
Yeah, it's cute. It's up there with bubbly, Ash. Tommy, you got a zinger to get out on?
Yeah.
Finish
okay.
off with the cute one.
No,
if
I
you
don't.
can.
But these aren't like these aren't even in order of
Doesn't
how
matter.
good or bad.
Well, you said they were all good.
All right, last one.
Stand up, Tom-edy.
Oh, hey there, Fitzgerald. Did you see that documentary about the black hole? Yeah, I actually gave it 4 stars because black holes take stars.
If you have to explain it.
Yeah, well, said.
you're in trouble.
Tommy!
That's awesome.
I love stand-up Tomedy.
No, please.
Hey,
Please
Tom,
don't. No.
this time next
No,
week, you're going to need another 5.
That's
You
a
are-
lot of
How
pressure.
dare you.
To need another 5. So sit on the couch, have a tequila, and get busy
Unfortunately, there won't be anyone watching or listening.
The Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
How good is love? It's that spark, it's the look in the eyes, the look of love that leads to marriage, but marriages don't always work out.
That's over, is it? Mate, I'm
Thank
so
you,
sorry
Roy
to hear.
Orbison, for that. Did Roy Orbison did he ever go through divorce, Tom? Can you find out? I know you're a big Roy Orbison fan, Tom.
Oh, the Big O.
The Big O, yeah.
He was meant to take over from Elvis as the next big thing, but didn't quite reach the
Well,
Elvis
he died,
peak.
didn't he? Had issues with his eyes in hospital. Got out of bed to help somebody else and then died.
And you know what? I know there's complication in marriages. There's a lot of complications, but you know what? Sometimes it can be minor things in a relationship where people just can't deal with it anymore,
Yeah.
and I understand this.
You mean the niggly things?
13, 24, 10, if a marriage... What was the minor thing that they got a divorce over? Because a group of seasoned family lawyers have written down the reasons that sparked divorce with some of their clients. Adelaide's Bev Clark is a family lawyer. She's worked with thousands of clients in more than 35 years as a family lawyer. She's seen it all with cheating spouses, a husband sleeping with his sister-in-law, and a wife hooking up with her personal trainer, par for the course. But she said the worst one that I had was when I was at a conference in Sydney. There was a matter of theirs where the wife kept finding the jam jar in the family room. One day she came home early and discovered her husband had been plastering his bare bottom with jam from the same jar that she'd been putting back in the fridge for the kids to use. When questioned, he told her that he liked the feeling of the little legs of the flies that the jam attracted.
Hang on a minute. Are you telling me this weirdo is putting jam on his bum and then flies come to his bum?
Yes.
I mean, have I spelt it out clearly?
That's what it says.
That is sick.
13, 24, 10, the basic reason why someone got a divorce. A UK-based divorce lawyer said, there's some shockers here. Take, for example, the husband who presented his divorce petition based on her unreasonable behaviour. One of the husband's complaints was that after every meal, the wife would break wind loudly and then laugh. Clearly, this has been a source of distress to the husband for many years.
I mean,
that's understandable.
Put those two together and just fart in the jar. There's so many options. You can't do that. I mean, if I was to pick a fight with Lisa, I don't know how many times I've told her to turn light switches off. Cost of living, mate, through the roof.
Oh, tell me about
don't
it.
leave the light. Don't even leave the blender on if you've made a smoothie because the light's flashing. So turn it off at the switch.
It's an accumulation, isn't
Yeah,
it,
it is.
of all these little things that lead. And I know it's not one little thing.
Because Lisa will say to me, I know exactly where you've been in the house.
Yep.
And I say, why's that? Because you leave every cupboard open.
Yeah.
You can't shut a drawer and you can't shut a cupboard.
Divorce.
I know where you... And that's why I got home yesterday. There's lawyers everywhere. So anyway, I'm staying at the Meriton tonight.
Haven't you got a divorce lawyer that you went to school with and it's the busiest she's ever been in her life?
Yeah. Never been busier. Do you know what I didn't realise
She's
too?
on the line now.
Oh, are you there,
Janice,
Georgia?
are you there?
Do you know what happened too? A friend of mine got divorced the other day and went to see the divorce lawyer, and she said, "Okay, the first thing you do is
grab a jam jar."
Grab a jam jar. Now, there's these things called fruit flies. She said, what you need to do is stop drinking and don't do any other party stuff. Because it's very common for somebody, another party, you're at the other side of the fence, to say, well, I want a drug sample from you. So, and the way they'll do that is to take a hair and you can do a sample to see what's in someone's system from the follicle of the hair.
Oh, tough to
and
do.
you're required to hand that over.
Oh, that'd be tough.
I'm trying to work out if you got an implant. If you've had an implant, if there's a follicle on the end of it, or it's just sewn into your hair.
This is the Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Do you feel like that you are unsubscribing more than ever at the moment?
I think you need to. You need to budget time in your week to sit down and go, okay, I'm going to do half an hour of unsubscribing.
Yes.
Because every time you buy something, you give your phone number or your details, or you've purchased online, and therefore you automatically join the mailing list.
But see, I think we're handing over our phone numbers very easily now as well. I find that I'm using the phone number for the receipt now.
Yep.
Because that's a good one.
It is good.
You can buy something from Bunnings and then forget about your receipt and go, and you know it's in your phone and can go back to it easy.
JB Hi-Fi, bang, you get it straight onto your phone.
The physical receipt's just no good anymore.
You're embarrassing yourself.
Let's get on to unsubscribing. I want to hear from you. Unsubscribing is getting harder and harder, and we know that they try to hide the little link down the bottom of the email
in the smallest font
that you can't find it. But you know what? It's getting harder and harder. How's this one? Right, we're a family of Cotton On. So we go into Cotton On quite a bit because it's cheap and you know what, it's not too bad.
Yeah,
I didn't know I thought it was a worldwide thing, Cotton On, but
it'll be sold overseas, but it's a local Victorian business.
So anyway, I get into Cotton On and then they've sucked me in with my email. I don't know how they do it very well at the end there. They get your email off you. Anyway, I'm starting to get Cotton On sales. I'm like, okay. I don't want these emails, so I'm going to unsubscribe. I go down the bottom, I unsubscribe. A day later, I get another email. I go, I've already unsubscribed from this. I go down to the bottom of the email and realise there's another bit. If you want to unsubscribe from all marketing from Cotton On, you've got to email this email address and write the word in capital letters unsubscribe.
Oh, my God.
So I do that.
It's a panic room.
I do that.
How do I get out?
The next day I get another email from Cotton On. Hello, this is an automated email to thank you for your patience and understanding while awaiting a response to your request 7523215. We've had a larger than expected influx of customer requests and we have not been able to get back to you as quickly as we would like.
Guys.
I just want you to unsubscribe me.
Keep it simple, guys. Don't overthink this. Just write it off the unsubscribe. Do you know what's even worse? And I've been doing a lot of unsubscribing, is when you go unsubscribe and then it'll say, well, can you tell me the reason why you unsubscribed? Yeah. So then it'll ask you to do that. And then once you've done that and you hit unsubscribe for the last time, it'll pop up items that are on sale now, but 80% off this. Guys, I just left you.
Yeah.
I don't hate you. I just left you. You know what's even worse is when you've got an account with someone.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how many times I've tried to cancel an account, which I opened, 15 years ago with Dropbox. And last week I went through the ringer again, and without a word of a lie, I woke up this morning and I had a notification from Amex saying another $18 had been paid because of my account with Dropbox. And I went, oh man, you're killing me, Dropbox.
What I also find funny, how small the link is to unsubscribe, but when you do unsubscribe, there's a massive link that says, if you want to opt back in, you can. Rochelle in Green Valley, what's your inbox like? Rochelle?
Oh my God, guys, I have like about 4,000 emails of junk. I hit the block or I hit the this is junk mail, but it's going into my normal inbox and it doesn't block them at all. And it's so annoying.
God, there was one, and they used to advertise here at Nova, and it was impossible to cancel. To the point I had to go to Tommy to go to the sales team, to get the sales team to contact the business, who then put me on to the head office in London to try and stop the payments coming out of my account.
The other conversation is junk mail, Tommy, because I feel like
trash.
My gosh, and the worst thing, the things that you're missing in junk mail that's going to junk mail now that you don't know?
Yeah, all your emails go straight to my junk.
I missed out on UMI tickets the other day because pre-sale went through to junk mail. And I only just saw it this morning and it's sold out at Enmore Theatre.
Hopeless.
This is the Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Backyard cricket, elbows placed. Fitzy just smashed a 6 through Whipper's face.
This is exciting because backyard cricket, it's more than just a pack of celebrity idiots running around, Ryan James, with a bat and a ball. We're actually raising money. We're raising money for some good teams, and one of them is Batyr, a charity Nova supports and always gets behind. Heading up Batyr is Katie. Welcome to the show, Katie.
Oh, thanks for having me. Very excited to be here.
For everyone listening and hearing about Batyr for the first time, can you tell us about the great work that it does?
Yeah, look, Batyr, we exist to reach young people early, empowering them to talk openly about their mental health and take charge of their well-being. So we're all about open and honest conversations about mental health so young people can feel safe with seeking help without fear of judgment. It's really important just to reduce that stigma and get young people reaching out for help early.
Absolutely.
We might need some volunteers for Batyr after some of the efforts we've seen in the backyard cricket game over the years, Katie. They might have to come and see you.
I'm really glad that I don't have to pick up a bat. My dad would be appalled if...
Katie, the great thing at Kirribilli House is anything can happen. You're obviously coming along on the day, I hope.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll be watching and clapping for all of you and sitting back and drinking a nice cold beverage but not picking up that bat.
Maybe we'll get you for a bit of batting practice because I know that Fitzy thinks it's funny. He's organised a giant cardboard cutout of my head, and anybody that can hit the head wins money for the charity. So...
Oh, wait, I'm in. Wait, put me back in. I'm back in.
We'll see you on Tuesday.
Thanks. I'll be looking forward to hitting that head.
Thanks, Katie.
See you, Katie.
See ya.
Bye.
Hang on. We've got another participant here that wants to get involved, and I love this because I think this might be her first ever backyard cricket game. The host of today, the magnificent Sarah Arbo.
Welcome, Sarah.
Oh, hello, you two. How are you both doing? It's so nice to speak with you at long last.
Yes, I know. Fitzy Whipper and the Prime Minister calling to demand your presence at Kirribilli House next Tuesday.
I don't know what you have signed up for because I am absolutely hopeless at cricket.
Join the
I
club.
don't know. What do I do? Do you hold a bat or something? Like, how does it work?
Sarah, have you been to Kirribilli House before? Have you ever been there?
You know, I haven't. I mean, I've contemplated like trick-or-treating and being rejected at the door, but no, this is my first opportunity to see how the Prime Minister lives.
Now, we do need to check in with you, Sarah, because a couple of years ago, your co-host was invited to play, and we received a text message 10 minutes before the start of play saying, I am so sorry, guys, but I've forgotten about your backyard cricket game.
Hopeless.
Now, have you dealt with that before with Carl Stevanovic? Has that happened with you before?
It kind of happens almost on a regular when it comes to a Friday. Actually, you get you wake up to the odd message that's been sent at about 3 a.m. going, oh, sorry, guys, I just feel really sick. In the
as he's getting home. As he's getting home.
Do you know who is the most reliable out of your stable? The wonderful Richard Wilkins. He's always there, and Dickie always brings a couple of ideas too, Sarah. So he's been trying to talk the Prime Minister into getting a lap pool put across the edge of Kirribilli House. just if the harbour view wasn't enough. Yeah, infinity pool. So that'll be another topic of conversation.
Well, Dickie would know. He's got a couple of pools himself. So.
Well, he does. He doesn't like to talk about that.
Sarah, well, do you know what? I would love to have you on my team. I'm going to pitch for you, and even though you've been completely honest and said that you haven't played much cricket before, would you like to come onto my team?
See, that would be an absolute honour. Are you as good at cricket as you are at footy? Tell me, please.
Not too bad. Yeah, I can roll the arm over. I've got a bit of arthritis in the right shoulder at the moment, but apart from that, I'm all right. We will see you next Tuesday. We can't wait, Sarah.
Cannot wait, you guys. Looking forward to it. I'll see you then.
Love it. Thanks, Sarah. Bye.
Bye.
This is the Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Here's an interesting way to find love, Ryan James. You know, it's a popular topic on this show. And you know what? TikTok's social media, mate. If you're young and you're out and about, you do crazy stuff. You know what I mean? Oh, this is going to get so many likes.
Dance. Yeah, the old dance, it's an easy one for them. I mean, musical artists now are getting a bit sick of it as well because record companies are getting them to do TikTok videos. And
would the Apple song by Charlie XCX have been as popular without the Apple dance? No. So did the record label say, hey, can we get someone to choreograph something that will take off on social media? Or did someone naturally go, an app, I could make an apple shape with my hand and do a dance?
You know Noah Khan with Stick Season?
Yeah.
He wrote the first verse and that was it, and then put it up. I think he put it up on TikTok. And he went to bed that night and woke up the next day and it exploded. And everyone was like, give us the rest of the song. And he goes, I don't have it. So then he had to go away and write the rest.
Oh, my God. You know the guy, we spoke to him a while ago, Tommy, he had a song that took off. It was a really short song. US guy.
Yeah, we loved that song.
Yeah.
And he had
something
a funny
with his hand, yeah.
He loved it so much.
No,
I can't remember the name of the song. Yeah, it was... it was huge for a while.
And I wasn't... come on, ladies, come on, ladies. £1 fish.
No, Lil Boothang.
Oh, Lil Boothang.
By Paul someone, was it?
Paul Simon.
Yeah, Paul Russell.
Paul Russell.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So he wrote like 15 seconds of this song as just nothing. And then, you're right, he went to bed, Fitz, and it blew up and everyone said, what is this song?
Yeah.
So he thought, oh, geez, I better do another minute and a half, better do another 45 seconds of that. And it took off. So this guy has come out and said, you know what? I want to marry a complete stranger. That's what I'm going to do. That's how I'm going to get people to look at my TikTok. I'm going to marry a complete stranger. So threw it out there. Is there anybody that wants to marry me?
That'd be a good idea for a TV show.
Mm-hmm. Oh, no, they do that. That's maths, I think. Yeah, that's
It's already been done, is it?
Married at First TikTok is the new version of the show.
So can you give us an example of what this TikTok sounds like?
Oh, yeah, you want to hear it? Got it there, Jess?
Me and Danielle met online, but not through your conventional Tinder or Bumble. We actually met through TikTok. I posted a video saying I wanted to marry a complete stranger. I want to marry someone from TikTok. No, really. A bunch of people responded, and Danielle just happened to be one of them. So we met. The one. Good call.
And now they're legally married. Is that a good dating way?
Trigger point.
Hang on a minute. If you put yourself out there, right? So if I pick up my phone and go, hey, I'm on TikTok and I want to marry a stranger, send through, DM me if you want to marry me. It's not bad to go, and he's not a bad-looking guy, this bloke. He would just sit back and go, no. Oh,
What, yeah,
Danny,
but
Danielle.
Yeah, but see, the thing is, mate, that guy's probably got hundreds of thousands of followers. Kevin, who lives at Marylands, can't just put up on TikTok, g'day, guys, Kev here, looking for a wife, love TikTok, give us a call.
Hey, guys, I'm a plumber. I'm home around 5:30.
DM me. I love Woodstock. I love my Nissan Skyline.
On the weekend, I do manies.
And I love the Panthers.
So if you want to marry on the spot... instantly?
He's not getting a lot of DMs.
You're right. You make a really good point.
It's not as easy.
Because do you know what that sounds like? Traffic dating. And that never works. No, it does work, Tommy. We should do it again very soon.
All right.
This is the Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Let's go back to 1954, can we? Because there's been an outdated list of qualifications for female flight attendants that has been released. I mean, it's pretty full on. I didn't know this, though. At the moment, though, I think Qantas, I don't know if this is still true, but Qantas require cabin crew members to be at least 18 years of age and between 163 and 183 centimetres tall. That's to reach, they have to reach 2.08 metres to access safety-related equipment on the plane.
Yeah, that'd be right.
So there's a
height requirement. That's fair enough.
I feel for those people being too tall, you know what I mean?
You do see you getting on there.
Well,
Emergency road, please. I've got long legs.
Yeah, but what if you're small and you've always wanted to be a flight attendant?
It's not going to work, mate.
Oh, come on.
It's just not going to work.
You can if you want to work on Qantas Link.
Oh, Qantas Link, Tom.
Yeah, you only have to be 5'2".
Oh, if you want to do the regionals.
Qantas Link would be better, wouldn't it?
Well, you're in a smaller plane.
You're in a smaller plane.
So you don't need the height.
No, not as many people. I mean, they're quick trips. You don't have to go too far.
I always wanted to be a basketballer, but I never will be because I'm a short ass. So it's just life, mate.
Okay, so this is Chicago and Southern Airlines back in 1954, and the job ad read, number 1, you have to be single, not engaged.
What?
Number 2, between the ages of 22 and 28. You have to be between 5'2" and 5'5", between 100 and 120 pounds. You got to have good eyesight, no glasses.
That would help.
Good teeth. You have to have good teeth.
Okay.
Number 7 is you must have a good figure. Number 8 is you have to have slender legs.
Oof.
You have to have a natural colour to your hair.
What are they expecting is going to happen on board?
And then number 10, at least 4 years of college or 2 years of college and 2 years business experience.
Oh, my God. So was anybody working on these planes, or it was impossible to find the people? Do you know what? There used to be, and I won't mention the airline, but there was a rumour that was getting around that they would hire air hostesses, and I say that because they were women, and the rule around the women were when you issued your uniform or your outfit on behalf of the airline, that if you put on weight and you couldn't fit into that uniform anymore, you lost your job.
Give me a break.
And that was it. So they wanted the right shape and the right figure for the girls on board.
You've got to know a lot of flight attendants over the years,
this
haven't
is
you?
true. Not intimately like you're suggesting.
No, but with your fear of flying, Whip's big thing is when he gets on a plane, he will pull a flight attendant aside and he will say, look, I need to know how we're looking out there. What's the weather like?
That's not what I say. I do a lot of... What's it like up there?
Have you got an apprentice pilot? Please tell me. Please, because I need to know this stuff.
Lisa told me off the other day. We got off in Melbourne, and I'd been talking to the flight attendant, and she was lovely, and I'd had a glass of red on board, and she said, hey, when you get to the other end, I got a bottle for you. And I went, that's fantastic.
Well, that's not...
Anyway, so we walked off the plane. She gave me the bottle of wine, and then I leant over and gave her a kiss on the cheek and said, thanks so much.
Oh, wow.
Lisa said, can you not kiss a hostie as we get off the plane? I said, honey, I would have kissed the captain if he was there. That was a great flight.
Was she between 163 and 183 centimetres tall?
Well, that was the problem.
Fits in Whipper with Kate Ritchie is a Nova podcast. For more great shows like this, download the Nova Player via the App Store or Google Play.
The Nova Player.